Napakaraming tanong pagdating sa tech. Nasisira ba talaga ang power bank pag ino-overcharge? Dapat ba bumili ng mid-range phone at wag na bilhin yung mga flagship phone? Ano pa ba yung tamang gadget? Ano ba yung mga hype na dapat iwasan? Today we have on the show a tech expert in his own right, si Gio San Pedro, isang tech content creator on YouTube who has grown explosively on the platform. And it will be interesting to talk to him, to get to know him more, to find out what he's all about, but also to ask him a lot of tips when it comes to gadgets and our tech. So Gio, how did you get into content creation, specifically tech? I saw may mga Gundam din dun eh. So, saan ba nanggaling lahat yan?
Doon, nagsimula lahat kasi bilang excuse na parang kasi noong 2017, sabi ko, bibili ako ng Nintendo Switch kasi gusto ko talagang gumawa ng channel, review ko. Pero sa totoo lang, talagang naghahanap lang ako ng justification para bumili ng Switch. Bumili ako ng Switch, in-unbox ko, tapos, well, in fairness, meron namang mga followings, ganyan. Pero for the longest time, hindi na nasundan. Kasi nga, excuse lang siya. 2019, nung
So
nag-decide
2
ako.
years
Yeah.
from the first Switch video.
Yeah, for the Switch, and then there's some, like Chromecast, and then the SNES Mini. Para na masabi na pinandindigan ko naman ng konti. Pero, 2 years after, nung nag-decide na akong maging freelance mula sa work ko from agency, parang sabi ko, sige, mag-invest ako ng mga bagay-bagay. Tapos, to test the equipment, parang I try to
Kumbaga,
try
shoot
to
it
make some
yourself,
content. Yeah,
diba?
yeah. So, one of the first content na ginawa ko noong 2019 was Tamiya. So, doon ko parang sinubukang i-apply yung mga kung paano mag-edit dun sa unboxing ng Switch. And then, napunta sa Gundam. And eventually, parang nagkaroon ng pangyayari ng 2020 kung bakit umusbong yung mga sobrang daming mga creators online.
Oo.
Yun, parang doon na talaga na-establish yung channel.
Did you ever expect when you first made that Switch video na you would end up with hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube? Fast forward today.
Parang, no nga, kasi parang, I really just want to play my Zelda. Pero,
Sorry, yun talaga yung rason eh.
yeah, I just want to play my Zelda.
Pero you know
Yeah.
what? That's the beautiful thing about being a content creator na the more pure, I guess, the intent is, and the
Yeah.
more authentic the intent is, you're just rewarded by people who see that vibe and that authenticity and spirit in you.
Yun nga eh.
Diba?
That's the
Na
paradox
parang they
nga eh.
jam with you as you are enjoying as what it is that you're
Yes,
doing.
parang in a way parang nararamdaman ng tao kapag legit
Exactly.
talaga yung vigor mo pati yung passion mo dun sa parang kino-cover mo eh.
Correct. You can't fake it, lalo na when you're on camera for an extended period of time. I've tried. Alam nila, Desia at saka may team. Yung tipong may mga darating na kailangan ko i-feature or review, pero I made the mistake of saying yes without necessarily really being into the product.
Yeah.
So it kahit the words are right, the face is wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Parang walang joy sa eyes, di ba? Parang gano'n.
And parang people are really good at parang detecting those micro expressions.
Exactly. Lalo na laki ng mukha ko, no, right? Kitang-kita yung ano. Actually, that's what happened with me with shoes. Kasi nung simula, sobra akong addict sa sapatos. I started my content journey as a sneaker YouTuber. And I would literally, di ba, right, kunyari yung sapatos niyan, I would dissect it with so much, like what you said, passion and vigor. Like, oh, the midsole is ganito. They use this technology. The upper is a mix of synthetic leather plus mesh plus reflectable material. That was me before.
Yeah.
Pero when I fell out of love with shoes, parang ngayon, if you make me do a shoe review, I'll just say, ganda. Okay, next. So nawala
Yeah.
yung passion.
Yeah.
Now, which leads me to my next question. Like after the several years you've been into it, do you feel like you still had that same amount of passion and vigor for the craft and for the field?
You know, that's a good question kasi parang once na nahaluan na kasi ng parang naging part na yan of how you parang make a living. It's a reality na parang you really parang ngayon parang you really have to make an extra parang effort to really sustain that fire kasi.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kailangan kang maghanap, for example, ng balance kung ano yung parang, for example, partnerships, and yung kung ano yung parang you really try to protect as parang as your own, and then parang kailangan mo ring hindi ma-burnout talaga. Kala mo before kasi nung sa simula, kala mo unlimited energy ka eh. Kala mo parang kaya mong
Non-stop.
non-stop
I'll do
eh.
everything.
Pero you're still parang ano eh, parang a being made of
Flesh and bone.
flesh and
Exactly.
bones eh. As in, mapapagod ka.
Exactly.
Once na napagod yung katawan mo, eventually yung utak mo rin, yung isip mo rin, susunod.
And the creativity follows.
Yes.
Diba? And then the challenge now for creators is before, at least kami, nung nagsimula kami, YouTube lang, diba? YouTuber ka lang. Hindi mo pa rin problema ang Instagram. Hindi mo pa rin problema Facebook. Hindi mo pa rin problema TikTok. Tapos ngayon, kailangan pa problemahin ng live selling. Tapos magkakaroon pa ng kung ano-ano pang bagong platform.
Sa
diba?
akin, ang pinaka-challenge sa akin talaga is the parang formatting talaga. Yung pag-vertical ng mga horizontal ng mga videos. That's another technical challenge.
Some people just reshoot it para lang magawa talaga for both formats eh. Pero imagine the time and effort it takes, diba? So,
The logistics.
So siguro yun din, that's a great reminder for people who are listening, who are aspiring creators. Ang ganda nung sinabi mo na you have to intentionally find a way to stoke that fire.
Yeah.
Diba? And to stoke that, I guess, passion in the field that you're in. So ako feeling ko yun yung naging kamali ko nung sa sapatos, no, Rai? Para napabayaan ko lang talaga siya eh. So umabot sa point na talaga I fell out of love with the hobby. Pero yung problema naman sa akin, I end up finding another hobby. So, hindi ako naubusan ng pagtatapunan ng pera.
So, you parang never got to actually parang find your way back to sneakers na?
No.
No.
So I still buy. So I think you never really let go 100%. It's always there.
Right.
Diba? Every now and then you see a sneaker that you like, it brings you some memories, sige, I'll buy it. Pero dati kasi we would buy shoes like every day.
Damn.
Like 1 to 2 sneakers, diba, every day. Pag may bagong labas, bibiling ko yan. Pag may bagong labas, multiple brands, bibiling ko lahat. Tapos all the brands would keep sending me shoes left and right. It was crazy to the point na nagagalit na yung misis ko kasi yung sala namin, which was meant for humans, became a shoebox, parang a shoebox showroom.
Yeah.
Diba? So nagbago siya. So anyway, so enough about me. So we go back to to your journey sa tech. Now I have a couple of questions here from regular people that I rounded up. Kasi nga I posted na we would be having like a tech expert. Max naman, di ba? So we'll ask some of the questions to you. Some of the questions we can go deeper into. Some of the questions we can just gloss over. And then it's a great opportunity for us to give advice to people. No? So unang-una sa lahat.
Yeah.
And this is something very, very, kumbaga nangyayari talaga. You see a new gadget hitting the market almost every day. For smartphones, baka every week, di ba every week, every month, di ba? Or for speakers, lahat yan, lagi na lang may bago. Now, for a regular person with a limited budget, ano ba yung number one marketing trap na they should stop falling for when they're buying a new smartphone? Kasi ang daming smartphone.
Yeah.
Paano mo malalaman kung yan ba talaga yung for you, di ba?
Yeah. So, gets ko the parang how we view it as trap talaga. Pero it's a strong word. I think parang brands naman are not as parang sus. Siguro parang I guess one should be more discerning whenever a brand pushes for this spec number. For example, one ought to ask why push that number, diba? Parang
So, be more critical.
yeah. Case in point, no? Battery capacity, diba? Parang if the brand pushes it being, sabihin natin, 10,000 milliamp hour, right? Kunwari lang. It's very wise to ask, why? Why is it 10,000 milliamp hour in the first place? Right? Why decide to make it and market it as 10,000? Ano yung pangangailangan? Ba? Parang, is any less enough? Doesn't the phone by any chance run as efficiently as one would hope? Kung bakit siya 10,000 milliamp hour? So there's always a story behind the numbers. Kaya, and totoo yung adage na if it's too solid to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
Right? Yun, parang sa akin, pag masyadong pinupush talaga yung numbers
So it
on
raises an
papers.
eyebrow, parang gano'n.
Yeah. Parang mas nagiging kampante ako kapag medyo subtle sila in terms of the specs kasi. Sa akin parang ang pinaka, for example, kapag yung sinasabi nila in theory, ganyan, pero hindi nila sinasabi yung application niya sa buhay
So
mo.
real life use,
Yeah.
doon nagkakaproblema.
Doon ako medyo parang
Kumbaga masyadong
kailangan mo pa mag-examine. Tingnan mo yung consensus niya and eventually sometimes kasi na-FOMO tayo na gusto natin agad-agad na makuha siya. Pero there's value in parang looking into the long-term reviews of people
na nagamit na.
na nagamit na.
Kumbaga na-test na talaga to.
Kasi, I mean, parang the reality para sa atin kasi parang we are only given parang so much time kasi to give parang a first time parang in-depth review of a product. Kaya parang it's also parang better to parang balikan siya after a while, tingnan ulit kung ano yung masasabi ng mga tao online, kung kumusta na ulit yung product na
I love
to.
what you said, na parang wag ka magpa-FOMO.
Yeah,
Diba? Kumbaga wait for it to mature, wait for people to test it out, wait for not just maybe your favorite reviewer, but several people, and see what they have to say. And then that's when you make your decision.
Yeah.
Kasi if you think about it, di naman ganun kaganda, di naman ganun kapangit ang mga mid-range phone ngayon eh.
Yes.
Ang gaganda na ng mga mid-range phone ngayon.
Definitely.
Di ba? Lalo na yung mga nasa
Definitely.
15 to 20,000 peso level.
Oh, yes.
Kasi ang lalakas na nila.
Nagulat ako doon.
Diba?
Nagulat ako doon.
Oh, the capabilities, the camera, which leads me to my next question. Ang ganda ng tanong na to kasi may nagpapatanong, kailangan pa bang bumili ng flagship phone kung ang mid-level naman magaganda pa? Ano pa daw yung point of buying flagships? Like the latest Samsung Galaxy S blah or the latest iPhone, ano number na ba si iPhone? 17. or you just buy okay na, or ano ba yung pwedeng bilhin kung hindi 17? 13, di ba? Yung mga tipong ganon. So, should people still go after flagships or should they just go take a closer look into mid-ranges?
Okay, so, again, parang, medyo boring pero let's go to the parang somewhere in the middle kind of answer
Yeah.
na smartphones today are necessities.
Correct.
Unlike before na parang luxury siya.
Napakit na lang siya.
Yeah, ngayon, it's commodity. Parang nandun na yung buhay mo literal. E-government apps, banking apps, as in yung identity mo, nandun na
Yeah,
lahat.
even people pay now with their phones.
Yes. So you cannot cheap out on that. For me, you cannot cheap out on that. But at the same time, it's personally preferable na to have more than one because of its importance as a
Oh,
backup.
that's a good point.
As a backup because it's so necessary. The external benefit of a flagship is that it tends to have far better support sa community, pati sa brand, di ba? After sales, accessories, troubleshooting sa Reddit. Kasi pinakasikat siya eh. So,
Correct.
mas pinakamakikila. So, yung problema mo, na kala mo niche, search ka lang sa Google, makikita mo may
nandyan.
problema, tapos may solusyon.
Correct.
That's the beauty of flagship. Pero, if getting a flagship parang means giving up your other, older, still capable phone, then I'm not sure you could really afford going flagship that way eh. Yun. Parang sa akin, siguro, naniniwala ako sa kasabihan na one is none, two is one.
Oh, that's nice.
Kasi yun nga, parang,
Applies only to gadgets.
you know,
Mahirap yun sa asawa. Or sa girlfriend.
yeah.
One is one.
Just one. One is more than enough.
Kaya kung nanonood ka. Okay, sige, go. Kaibigan namin. Well, ex-friend namin. Anyway, sige, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so para sa akin, ganun siya. Best not to cheap out on it. Like for example, yeah, it's important. At the same time, not to be too flagship na hindi mo na kaya magkaroon ng at least isang backup just in case mawala to.
What do you think naman about second-hand phones? Kasi diba we're talking about, sabihin natin, being practical. Pero may parang stigma yung second-hand. Minsan lalo na kung bibili ka sa mga ibang mall
Yeah,
or
yeah.
mga locations. Kasi alam naman natin yung iba dyan, bagsakan ng nakawan ng telepono eh.
Right.
So, what do you think about the idea of buying second-hand versus buying brand new?
Uh, I mean, ang pinaka-value kasi ng brand new is the peace of mind eh. If parang you're like me na parang very, medyo may anxiety talaga, parang I prefer na I know na parang
I can
parang it's
totally
my
relate.
first, yeah.
Yeah.
Parang it's my hands that parang touched it talaga. Other than the parang people in the factories, right? Pero kung ikaw naman parang mataas yung, ano yung parang investment lang din na parang kung mataas yung risk appetite mo and parang willing ka naman and
Pwede go, parang gano'n.
Eddie go and for example, again, as a backup, parang pwede naman. It's a case by case naman yung basis niya kasi sometimes, for example, may mga iba ka namang kaibigan na baka mapagkakatiwalaan mo naman pag
Doon ka na lang bumili.
Doon ka na bumili. For example, sa
That's a
mga
good point. Kesa pumunta ka sa mga sa mga
Yeah.
Batangge or other areas. Kasi alam mo, kahit paano, kunyari ko, alam mo maalaga yung friend mo.
Yeah.
So, ibig sabihin nun, wag kayo bibili ng second-hand phone from Carlo Ople. Kasi grabe ako maglaglag ng telepono.
Di ba, ibig sabihin naman tried and tested.
Oo nga naman. So,
Yeah.
alam ninyong matibay yung telepono ko kasi
Yeah.
buhay pa siya pag kinuha niyo sa akin.
Yeah.
Diba?
Um,
Pero I like that point na you buy from, diba? Someone you know.
Yeah. As in, parang, if actually, parang, mas importante kasi na you vetted kasi the source
Correct.
of the parang, of the product din eh.
Correct.
More than the parang, the durability or the parang, depreciation of the product, there's a question of
Saan ba
compromise
nanggaling
ba
yan?
to?
Correct.
Compromise ba tong product? Again, parang, sa
Kasi
smartphones right now are necessities.
nalagay mo wallet mo dun eh, di ba?
Yeah. And with the G Wallet and
Correct.
the GPay and the Apple Pay na darating na mas paimportante siya ng
Kumbaga,
paimportante.
your whole identity and daily life
Yes.
tasks are embedded to the phone already.
Yes. As in, kailangan ko na rin kasing i-let go yung parang inherent parang tendency, marang millennial tendency na ano lang naman yan, parang luho lang naman yung smartphones.
Hindi
Hindi na
talaga.
talaga.
It's so core to what we do on a daily basis
Yes,
already.
it
And
is.
speaking of smartphones, so cases.
Yeah,
Diba?
cases.
So cases and accessories na pag-usapan
It's a good
natin sa
UAG
dali
case,
kanina. Ganda ng case, diba? So, sabihin natin may mga case kasi na mahal. Like
Yeah.
yung mga tig 2,000 pesos, yung mga tig 1,008 pesos. May nakita pa nga ako, 3,400 pesos pero mukha ng tangke yung iPhone mo eh. Yung
Yeah.
ano ba yan, yung OtterBox na Defender, yung may clip pa. Pero grabe yun daw, pag ihagis mo talaga telepono mo, buhay pa. So yung question is, may difference ba talaga yung mga, lalo na yung mga jelly, yung mga silicone type cases na binibenta ng 2,000 pesos versus yung mga case lang na nabibili mo ng 100, 200 dyan sa Tiangge? Meron ba talagang difference yun? O ang binabayaran ko lang yung logo ng, ng OtterBox?
Again, I'd say parang go for the middle option pero that'd be boring. So, sige, parang let's pick sides. I'm inclined to go for the branded one in general. Not only for the protection, but for how they tend to look kasi. Personally, parang sa akin, most of the time, may mga exceptions. Again, katulad ng mga OtterBox, Casetify, ganyan, na very maximalist.
Sobrang ingay, no?
Yeah, sobrang ingay. Parang, it's with the more branded, parang more premium ones where you could find more subtle and tasteful parang cases like that. Parang UAG. Parang, they're not known to be
Shout out
minimalist.
Digital Walker, sorry. Shout out Digital Walker.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Pero parang they're not the very minimalist pero because there are options na parang tasteful siya. Yung hindi siya masyadong sore eye pagdating sa mga parang more
titingnan ko siya,
formal
tutuwa ako eh.
gatherings, right? Parang for example, there's a question na hindi ba to magsa-stand out ba to kapag for example guest ako sa kasal or ako yung parang magiging kumukuha ng picture. So may mga ganun ba take into consideration. Now, again, parang there are exception nga to the rule and in the case of 100 peso jelly cases, for me so long as it's discreet and so long as parang sa akin kahit sa mga mid-range phones, kikita na naman natin sa mga ibang brands, parang pinupukpok pa rin nila. Ang pinaka-kailangang protektahan ng mga cases are from dents and scratches. Kasi parang those extreme cases na mahuhulog siya, very rare. Parang hindi ko nakikita yung parang everyday use cases dun sa mga sobrang kakapal
Na
na
parang
mga...
ang bigat na ng telepono mo,
Oo
eh,
nga,
no?
parang impractical na siya. Parang one of the things that you pay
Tsaka it
for.
becomes so cumbersome.
Yes.
Parang, di ba nga yung selling point is magaan?
Yun nga eh. Parang one of the things that you pay for in a phone is the design.
Correct.
Na sometimes kapag masyado ng makapal yung that stands in the way between you and the phone, kind of parang medyo nasasayang yung binabayaran mo.
Oo.
Yun,
I
yun
know
din
what you
sa
mean.
akin. Okay, so sa akin,
Ako again, shout out, Digital Walker.
yeah.
The best case is the one that you get for free.
Turn beyond the box, widgets, ganyan.
Okay.
I don't have a case with this one. For example, this is the iPhone Air.
That's a phone that shouldn't have a case talaga.
Exactly, di ba?
I mean, why put a case on something like that?
Exactly, that's the point of this phone in
Exactly.
particular.
I
Right?
agree.
So, yun nga, parang those you have to take into consideration then, right? Yeah.
So speaking about cases, talo naman tayo to another accessory that all people go crazy about, lalo na nung unang labas, which is yung tempered glass. Screen
Oh,
protectors. Ngayon yung mga
ayan.
tempered glass na yan, di ba? 1,500 pesos yung iba. Pero pwede ka may makuha ng mga tig to 200, 300. So, unang-una sa lahat, may point ba talagang bumili ng tempered glass versus a screen protector? Or even, kailangan mo pa talaga ng screen protector at all?
On whether kailangan mo ng screen protector at all, para sa akin, oo. Again, with my iPhone Air, wala siyang case, pero meron
May
siyang
screen
tempered
protector.
glass.
Tempered glass. Okay.
Meron siyang screen protector talaga. Sa akin, parang I'm willing to pay premium on tempered glass with idiot-proof application.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Because normally you have to get it installed in the shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Sa akin, alam mo yung parang mas, alam mo, lalo na pag online, for example, right? Parang, and medyo, kahit sabihin mong medyo first world problem siya, nakaka-stress kapag naglagay ka ng tempered glass tapos merong
May bubble.
alikabok sa,
Ay,
bubble,
oo.
pati alikabok sa ilalim.
Correct.
Parang, sayang. Kahit 50 pesos pa siya, nasayang yung energy, yung time mo, pati yung stress mo para lang magkaroon ng alikabok sa ilalim, right? So sa akin, yun, willing ako mag-pay ng premium for that idiot-proof application. Pero, other than that, it's all glass. It's all glass. If it shatters instead of the screen when you drop your phone,
Then it paid you.
yeah,
like,
that's what the
ROI ka
purpose.
na.
Yeah, ROI na yun. It's meant to shatter instead of the phone.
Correct.
Diba? So, parang kung for example, may mga iba kasi nagbibenta talaga ng sobrang mas mamahal dahil, ay, itong screen protector ito hindi magsha-shatter. Okay, cool. Pero, parang it's meant to shatter kapag
Oo.
nabagsak siya.
I agree.
And then there are nice to haves, right? For example, anti-reflectivity, anti-polarization, which is, okay, fine. Pero, basta,
At the end of the day, wag mabasag ang screen.
wag mabasag yung screen. Siya muna yung mabasag, then you're good.
Napakaganda nun. I like the part where you say na na as long as madaling gamitin at idiot-proof.
Yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
sobrang hassle nga siya gamitin if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to deviate from the gadgets and talk more about some of the stuff that you like. Diba? So, for example, nakita ko doon na you build Gundams.
Oh.
Mga Gun Plus. Ako, I do not have the patience for that. God bless your soul. Grabe. Binilan ako dati niyan ng kaibigan ko, Christmas gift. Tinignan ko lang. Akala ko, yung una ko bukas, akala ko assembled na eh. Tapos papapintura ko na lang. Ay, grabe. Kailangan mo pala idikit yun isa-isa.
Right.
As in, piece by piece by piece. Parang Lego or puzzle. Sa mga nakakilala sa akin, alam nila na hindi talaga for me yun. So, ang tanong ko, why are slow hobbies like Gunpla, well, this doesn't apply to me, becoming so popular for tech-obsessed people like you?
Oh, it's just, parang, siguro kung if ever man naging popular siya, I guess, kasi ang bilis kasi ng
Mundo ngayon.
mundo lalo na sa tech eh. Yung turnover niya eh, parang kaka-CES lang nung kamakailan, tapos biglang magkakaroon ng panibago, tapos si Apple bago na nasa, ang bilis ng turnaround. Tapos, I guess parang kaya umuuso yung mga ganong slow hobbies ngayon. Kasi it's kind of, maybe a reclamation of your own time, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, parang it's to reassure yourself na at least for a brief moment in time,
You have control.
yes, you have control. Exactly, you are in control. Diba? Your space, your pace talaga. Kaya sa akin parang it's our own parang quiet rebellion from the parang inevitable parang speed of
Technology.
technology nowadays.
Siguro for me, that's like TCGs, no? Na while I do not enjoy putting together like Gunplas, but I enjoy methodically and strategically destroying people.
Yeah.
Over trading card games like Magic the
Yeah.
Gathering, Flesh and Blood, stuff like that. So tama nga, ang ganda nga, no? Now that you mention it, parang I could totally relate from the perspective of a hobbyist of another hobby.
Yeah.
Na it's the reclamation of your time and your control. Lalo na when you're older,
Yeah.
kasi life pulls you towards so many directions. Like, Carlo, fix this. Carlo, fix that. Ayusin mo to. Ito, may problema dito. There's endless firefighting in life, diba? So it's nice to be able to have that control na no, from this time to this time, I will
Yeah.
either spend time on my desk building my Gundam,
Yeah.
or I will play with my cards and compete with other people.
Yeah.
I think that's a very nice thing na ano. So siguro we'll wrap it up. If you could give one tech advice to every Filipino, and siguro I'll preface it with this, no? And alam ko, hindi ko nasama dito, so baka konting heads up, di kita nabigyan ng heads up, but may previous guest kasi prior to this, we were so obsessed talking about the impact of AI, the impact on AI on our workflow, on our life, on how fast it's moving to the point na ako personally, I feel like technology is moving faster than the capability of humans to adapt to technology. Like, the evolution of AI on a day-to-day basis is just insane. Diba? So parang my question is, given that context, na yung mundo nga natin ngayon sobrang bilis, technology is moving at such a fast rate, what best advice would you give to every Filipino listening right now so that siguro they can make sense out of it all? Not necessarily para sabayan or maunahan, but ano ba yung kailangan nilang malaman, lalong-lalo na ang daming nangyayari ngayon pagdating sa tech, and magkaka-impact yun sa buhay nila.
Okay.
Ang lalim mo.
Oo nga, ang lalim. Ang profound ng question.
This is your
Ah,
Miss
sige.
Universe question, Gio.
Thank you for that wonderful question, Carlo. Pero ang dapat na advice ko lang dito is parang wait for version 2 eh. Pero may ganun na pala eh. Parang, okay.
Pagdating ng version 2, nako, baka di na natin
Iba na eh, singularity na. Pero parang with that in mind, I think it important na ultimately parang we hold ourselves accountable. Parang tayo ultimately may agency.
I like that.
Yeah. Tayo yung parang tayo yung decision makers.
Correct.
Na kung ano man yung mangyari sa technology na yan, especially with AI, kailangan natin i-remind yung sarili natin na tayo pa rin yung magiging responsible dun sa
Correct.
magiging output na yun. Kasi as much as they're parang intelligent, diba? Pero they're only merely artificial. Tayo pa rin yung parang sa huli, yung pinaka-sasagot kung ano man yung magiging kalabasan ng mga outputs nila.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's a stark warning. So that... And then lahat yan. But before we end, gusto ko naman marinig yung sinabi mo, wait for version 2, and maybe we can end with that. So baka you talk a little bit more about that. Sige.
Yeah, yun lang. Parang sa akin, nasabi ko na yung kanina, basta both revolves around the number 2. And it's an advice that I constantly tell myself na, yun nga, unang-una, wait for version 2 of products. Parang yung first kasi the most exciting part kasi parang the tick, diba? The TikTok, right? Parang the tick is the more exciting part of the rhythm. Na parang nandun yung bago, nandun lahat. Pero nandun yung rough around the edges, right? Nandun kasi nag-experiment. The talk, which is parang the version 2, dun nila nire-refine yung mga parang some quirks, diba? Dun sa products na yun. Kaya if you're parang yun nga, parang you're less susceptible to FOMO. If you want to try, wait for version 2. Right? Yeah. That's the first advice. And The second advice kanina is the one is not as two is
But
not.
only applies to tech, ha?
Yes,
Okay.
to tech, to things, not to properties. To
Okay.
properties, right? To objects, right? So, kasi Murphy's Law, right? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It will mess up. It will die. It's inevitable. So, best to have at least one redundancy.
Okay. And with that, maraming salamat. We shared a lot of good things, a lot of exciting things. But before it, baka you can plug like where people can find you on YouTube and stuff like that. You can look over there.
Hello, ako po si Gio San Pedro. Yan po yung hanapin niyo sa YouTube at sa Instagram. Thank you.
Okay, if there are brands listening and if you want to work with Gio, make sure to reach out to Unbox Creator Network. Gio is one of our talents with UCN. He's one of the most hardworking people that I know and ang ganda talaga ng quality ng videos.
Oh,
Di ba,
grabe.
Deza? Umuha ka, Deza.
Grabe.
So pagdating sa quality, guys, really great work. And we look forward to having more brands collaborate and co-create with you. So Gio,
Thank you
maraming
so
salamat,
much.
brother. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.